Welcome everyone to our YouTube series, Test Prep Made Easy. So in this particular series, we are going to post regularly questions on our YouTube channel. The questions may pertain to CAT preparation, maybe pertaining to GMAT preparation, as well as of various topics which are tested in these particular exams. For example, quants, LRDI, English, and various areas which are tested. And each day we will handle certain number of questions and their video solutions. The best approach is to these questions in these videos. So have a happy preparation ahead and enjoy the video. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the Elasset that we are going to discuss in this video. Hopefully you have already tried it from the thumbnail itself. If you haven't, you can pause the video at this point. We recommend you to try it once before you watch the solution. And if you just want to enjoy the solution, you're welcome to do the same thing. Just go ahead and watch the solution, which will be starting now. All right, so we have these three students, ABC, so I'm just calling them ABC, appearing in the whatever math test. So there are a lot of bullet points. I mean, nothing extra has been mentioned in the premise, so just that they're taking a test. So the bullet points are the important one here. So let's go through them one after the other. First one says each question was of either 1, 5, 10, 25, 50, or 100 marks. Okay, so there are variable marking sort of thing happening in this thing. So when I'm reading this point, couple of things I'm noticing. Number one, I'm immediately understanding there's something to do with the numbers. So there will be a bit of number distribution kind of thing happening in this particular set. Also that I am noticing that barring this 1 mark, all the other marks are actually multiples of 5. So 5, 10, 25, 50, 100, all of these are actually multiples of 5. So maybe that will be relevant, I'm not sure. But then, yeah, I am noticing that. Second bullet point is telling us each student picked up 9 questions in the test. Great. So we don't know how many questions or how many marks we have picked up, but then every student is picking up 9 questions. Great. Again, there is no way to collect this, so I'm just reading these kind of things. Next point says a question of every possible mark was picked up by exactly one student. Okay. I have to read this again. So a question of every possible mark. Okay. So every possible mark question was picked up by okay. I was actually stuck a little bit on this exactly one student thing, but I think I understand this. So one thing that this point is telling us that a 1 mark question has been picked by somebody, a 5 mark question has been picked by somebody, a 10 mark question have been picked up by somebody, and so on and so forth. But this exactly one student, what I think it means is that if somebody has picked up a 5 mark question, nobody else will pick up a 5 mark question. So, but that person, so whoever picks up, let's say the 5 mark question, he can pick up a lot of 5 mark question because they have to pick up 9 questions any which way, right? So because there are 6 different marks and everybody is picking up 9 questions. So in totality, so all the 3 students together will pick up 27 questions, right? So it is not possible that everybody picks up one question of one of the type of marks. So that is not possible. So henceforth, what I understand is that for a particular mark, one student will be allocated, number one, and number two, multiple questions of that particular marks may be picked up by that student. It is a little interesting way to put the point, but then we have to be a little careful for this point. Okay, fourth point says no two students picked up questions of the same marks. Okay, so this is what I was pondering on. Anyhow, so that is now resolved. So for example, if A picks up the 25 marks question, then B cannot pick up 25 marks question. So it has to pick up some other marks or something. So only one student has picked up a particular marks, but not the other student. So great. But all the possible marks are picked up. That is what the third point was saying. So the third and fourth are the critical ones. Fifth point says all questions were answered correctly. Oh, okay. So there is nothing incorrect sort of thing happening. And the total score obtained was equal for all the students. Okay, great. So this is going to be the basis point of our solution, right? All questions were answered correctly. Great. So there is, I'm guessing that whatever are the marks allocated, the students get to the questions, and the total score is equal. Last point is telling us that Arvind picked up the questions of the 5 marks and Biswa picked up the questions of the 10 marks. Okay, so this is a point which I may visually collect. So Arvind does pick up the 5-mark questions and Biswa picks up the 10-mark questions. I'm just putting the marks in the bracket because I don't know how many questions of 5 marks Arvind has picked up. So I'll just multiply that to the number of questions of 5 marks that he has picked up. Great. So this set has a lot of layers of solving. So this is something you have to understand whenever you're picking up an LR set. So when you're looking at an LR set, the first thing that should come to your mind is what sort of solution am I looking for? I mean, what sort of things I have to solve for? So first thing you have to understand is there are a total of 6 different marks. And there are 3 students, right, who are attempting this test. So there are 3 students who are, picking from these 6 different marks. And from the relevance of the points point of view, one of this point which is relevant is this second point. Each student picked up 9 questions in the test. So that is something which will be relevant going forward, I believe. And also that this total score obtained was equal for all the 3 students. So this will be sort of a basis point in which we are solving for. Also that because there is a 100-mark, for some questions, whoever somebody has to pick that, right? Because that is what the third point was saying. A question of every possible mark was picked up by somebody. So 100 marks also somebody has picked up, and nobody has got any answer incorrect, right? So that person has got at least 100, right? So the total marks, whatever it is, or total score or something, whatever that is, will be, yes, equal for all the 3 people, and also greater than equal to 100, right? So what I mean by that is will be a 3-digit number. I mean, it cannot be 4-digit, of course. Even if somebody picks up 9 questions of 100 marks, that's 900 marks. That's all we have, right? So let's analyze a little bit on the numbers. So we have these points here. I mean, each question was either of 1 mark, 5 marks. So let me write these marks again here so that I have a better view of them while I'm analyzing. So these are the marks. See, the thing I was talking about now, since this total score is equal, so this thing that I observed initially becomes a bit relevant. Since all of these are multiples of 5, only one of the person can pick up a 1-mark question, right? So whoever picks up a 1-mark question, apart from that, the other 2 people, whatever mark question that the other 2 people picks up, their total score has to be a multiple of 5, because that will be coming from a combination of these numbers, right? Some combination of these numbers. So using this also, we should get a multiple of 5. So whoever picks up the 1-mark question, that person has to pick 5 questions of 1 mark. This is for sure. This has to happen. So this is a 1-mark question, 5 questions. Okay, so whenever I'm not putting the bracket, when I'm visually representing this, just understand that that is the number of questions, and in the bracket whatever I've written, so those are the marks. So just for reference, I'll just put a bracket here as well for each of these. So yeah, so there is another layer of solving. So as I was saying earlier, there are a couple of majorly speaking, there are 2 layers of solving. One is that how many different marks did a student pick up? So for example, out of this ABC, so I'm just indicating this with student 1, student 2, student 3, so that you don't get confused, because I'm not going into the arrangement at all at this point. So it is possible that student 1 picks up 2 different types of marks. Student 1, student 2 also does that, 2 different marks. Student 3 also picks up 2 different marks, right? This is one, broadly speaking, one case. Another case is one of the student picks up only 1 type of marks. Student 2 picks up 2 different types of marks, and student 3 picks up 3 different types of marks, because there are 6 different types of marks out here, right? To be picked up by 3 students. So these are the 2, broadly speaking, the cases that we are looking for. And among them, we have to analyze about what are the allocation of the marks and student number of questions for each and every thing. So there has to be a lot of analysis involved. So one thing I would be looking forward to in this particular set is the questions as well. So maybe that will help me to reduce the effort that I have to put in. I know I can analyze it, but from an exam point of view, I would not be looking into solving everything from the grassroots level itself. So I have to play a little bit smart. Otherwise, I might end up spending too much time on the set. So, whenever I do that, so whenever I look into questions, I always do a couple of things. One is I always analyze it a bit here to an extent which I can without thinking too much. And second, I always think of a question which will be the most useful to me. So I can answer you this thing straight away. This total score being equal. So if I have a question on the total score, that will be the most useful one. If I don't have that, then it's a bit of worry. Then I have to solve it completely. But mostly in CAT and all, you will have a question like that, which will help you a little bit because there are a lot of layers of solving in this particular set. So first thing, let me discuss a little bit that I can analyze before I go into the questions. So one thing is, of course, I know this information that Arvind has picked up 5-mark question and Biswa has picked up 10-mark questions. Also that whoever picks up the 1-mark questions picks up 5 questions of that type, right? So if you remember the number of different marks, the two cases that I talked about, one was a 2-to-2 type of distribution and another is the 1-to-3 type of distribution, right? So let me focus on this 2-to-2 first. If I think about 2-to-2, everybody picking 2 different types of marks. So somebody has done this, that is for sure. My query is, what else can this person do? Now, if you remember, there are total of 9 questions picked up by everybody, right? So since everybody has picked up 2 different types of questions or 2 different marks of questions, so this person has picked up 5 questions of 1 mark. So whatever is the other will be 4 questions, right? I don't know what is the marks here, but that will be 4 questions. Now, interestingly, if this is 4 questions, whatever number you multiply here, 5, 10, 25, 50, 100, whichever number you multiply to this 4, it will end with a 0, right? So this total, so let me take this off as of now. The total score that is going to come will have a last digit of 5. That is for sure, right? If we consider this, so there is 4 questions of whatever type that multiplied to a multiple of 5 will end with a 0, and because this is adding up to 5, so the total score has to have a last digit of 5. And since the totals are equal, so all of these have to be adding up to last digit of 5. So I'm focusing on the 2 marks that are there, which are actually, odd multiples of 5 to be precise. So this 5-mark questions and this 25-mark questions have to go to different person. That has to happen, because if I don't do that, so if I place the 5-mark question and 25-mark question to the same person, then this person total can never have a last rate of 5. And even if I place 25 marks here, so I don't have the 5 marks or 25 marks to be allocated here, so cannot end with 5. So this 5-mark question and 25-mark questions have to go to the other 2 people. That has to be happening. What else can we say? So this 5 marks, this has to be A, great. So that is done. But then what about the other 2? Okay, just let me think a little bit on this. So 5 and 25, what can we say? So at this point, I might test out the options a bit. So I have to analyze, I can take some cases and analyze this, but let me look at the question. So I'm focusing on if we have a question on the total score, that is my query. So let me check this. So first question is not asking for that. Yeah, so what were the total marks scored by each student? So if I go along with this idea, so it has to be either 275, 225 or 315, right? So 280 is silly for this case, right? So if I do consider any other thing, so this total is adding up to 5, right? So if I pick up the first option, so this has to add up to 270, which is not possible. I mean, 270 is not a multiple of 4. So this 275 is out. So I'm just writing these separately. I don't want to put crosses in the options because this is one case. If you remember this 2-2 case, there is another case 1-2-3 which you have to consider. We have not considered it yet. So in this case, 275 is not a possibility. Okay, if I pick up 225, so this is adding up to 5, then this thing should add up to 220, which means I need a 55 mark question, but 55 mark question is not available to me. 55 into 4 will give us 220. So this is also out. And 315, 5, so taken out, we have 310, again, not a multiple of 4. So basically now what I know is this 2-2 case is invalid from this question. So this is what I was talking about. So using this question, it becomes a little fast to analyze. So I'm analyzing the same thing. Without taking cases, I'm looking into the questions and working out with the option. So yeah, so this case is straight away out. So let me just take this off. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out with the 1-2-3. So now I'm pretty sure that it has to be a 1-2-3 case. What I mean by that is there is one student who has picked up only one type of marks. I don't know what marks that is. There is one student who picks up 2 different types of marks, and one student who has picked up 3 different types of marks. I am a bit focusing on this thing. Now, whoever this person is, he has picked up 9 questions, right? But all of those 9 questions are of the same marks. You can work out with this options itself in this case. So only thing that works out here is 9 into 25 is 225, right? Only that is a multiple of 9 out here. Nothing else is actually a multiple of 9 at all. So this straight away gives our answer. Okay, 315 is, but 315 is 9 into what? 35, I guess. Yeah, but 35 marks you don't have, so you have 25 into 9. So that is the only feasibility out here. So now you get the total, you get the answer for this question as well, and you get the total. So let me just allocate that here. So the total for each student is 225, right? So that is what we are going to do. Okay, now coming to this 1 into 5 and A and B thing. Oh, by the way, A has picked up 5 mark question and B has picked up 10 mark question. This person is picking up 25 mark question and no other type of mark. So this has to be C, right? So A and B has to be allocated to these 2 slots. One of them is A, another is B. Also that the total has to be 225 in some combination. So think about the 1 into 5. So 1 into 5 gives us 5 marks, right? You cannot allocate just one other. So if you do allocate the 1 into 5 here, the total has to be 225. But then how do you get 220 from here? You cannot have 55 as a marks, right? 55 into 4 is not allowed. So effectively the 1 into 5 has to take up this spot, and you need to get a 220 from 4 questions. So how do you get a 220 from 4 questions? On an average, if you check the marks, it is 55, right? So just think about the scores out here. So what are the scores which gives us this, sort of an average of 55? One of them has to be less than 55, another has to be greater than 55, right? Because the average is coming out to be 55. So one of them has to be 100. So that is for sure. So 100 marks will definitely appear here. And another has to be less than 55. Now there are a lot of possibilities out here. It could be 25, it could be 10, it could be 5. Sorry, not 25, it could be 50, 10, or 5, right? If I do pick up 50 out here, so 100, so just work out with the total. That will be actually a little fast. So this is 5. You cannot pick 100 or 300. So you have to pick 200, right? If you do pick 100, then you're left to, make, what is that? 120 with 3 different, 3 questions. So that is not possible. So you need to pick 200. So automatically you will get the answer. So that is 200. This is 5. So you need 20. So that will be 10. So this is pretty much done. And by the way, this is B, because B has picked up questions of 10 marks. So this is B, and whatever else is remaining has to go to A. So this is 5, and what else we have? 1, 5, 10, 25, 50 is left. Yeah, so 50 goes here, and you need to make this 225 as well. So 50 into 4 and 5 into 5, that is 225, right? So this is A. So that's the entire set. A little of the traditional way to solve the set. I believe we can figure out without even looking into this question. But then I think you have to analyze a little bit more if you don't take this question into consideration. Using this question, it becomes a little more easy to solve. So that's the answer for this question, by the way. Let me also check the other ones. Okay, so in this one, the first question here, who picked up the questions of 25 marks? So 25 marks was picked up by C, that is Chanakya. Option C is the answer. This was already done with by us. This is using this question, we solved the question. What is the total marks? So that was 225, option B. This one is asking for how many questions of 5 marks were picked up by Arvind. So 5 marks, Arvind has picked up 5 questions. So that is option C. And we are looking for who picked up the questions of 1 mark. So question of 1 mark was picked up by B. So that is Biswa. It's a very nice question, and you can definitely expect a question like this or a large set like this in CAT. And from the exam point of view, if you have or if you have identified that there are multiple layers of solving this question, you have to allocate what sort of marks are going to one student. So that 2-2 and 1-3 case that I initially talked about. If you do identify those kind of things, then you will be able to understand that there are a lot of layers of solving out here. So in these kind of questions, sometimes, these type of sets rather, sometimes a question of this set comes in handy. I think in our YouTube premiere that we did for CAT 2020 LR sets, in that also we did discuss one of the actual CAT sets in which using one of the questions, it became a very, very easy question to solve. Otherwise, it would have been very challenging one to solve in the exam itself. Because time is also a factor when you are taking an exam. When you're sitting at home and practicing, you have a lot of time to solve that. But when you are in an exam environment, if you are taking too much time to analyze and think, then it becomes a little more pressurized situation for you also to handle. So the panic can also come in. So yeah, this is one way to definitely look into these kind of questions. I hope everything that I discussed in the set was understood by you, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Thank you for joining in.
Hopefully you liked the solutions we provided for these questions. And if you did like it, do not forget to like the video and share, subscribe and comment. Do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon. In that case, you'll get notification as soon as we upload a new video. And if you want to check a bouquet of courses that we provide, so we have a huge variant of courses from customizability to full preparation. You can check our website, www.mathoratory.com. I'll leave the link in the description below. And have an enjoyable preparation ahead. Welcome to the Math Oratory family and have a good exam ahead.